So my name is LEPÍK, and I will speak about open source project for data processing. Actually, we have been working on it in the whole team, not like the others. It's not like my free time project, it's a company project. Actually, because of that, we don't want to reinvent the wheel. So I took this opportunity to show you what we have created and why. So Bakery.js is a data flow management framework. I would start with describing what's our infrastructure look like and what's our basic use cases. We as a data processing developers or data parsing or grabbing developers, we are using Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, developer APIs to get data from these social networks. And we are making approximately 300 million of external API calls a day, which means 3,500 calls per second, which is quite heavy. And you cannot use one computer, one server on this. You should use some group of computers, but in our terms, it's like 10 computers with 8 cores, 16 gigabytes of memory. We are analyzing posts, profiles, and grabbing the performance metrics, grabbing metrics like how many likes are there on post, what's the text, image on the post, what's the evolution of interactions on the post. So we have to constantly call this API and get new and new data. We are also enriching this data with some machine learning algorithms or jobs. So we are calling some external or internal API from our innovations team, which is working on machine learning algorithms. We use it for paid post detection, so we can analyze whether the post was paid or not based on the evolution of interactions. And also we can predict performance of the post to the future. So if we see fast growth, we can predict that it's like good post, and you should spend your money on that post, and you will gain a big amount of impressions out of that. And also we are providing data for real-time customer care-oriented product, which is called Community. So we are downloading posts every 10 seconds to get the newest data from such social networks. So the problem that Bakery.js solves is that it processes large amount of JSON data, and we are using reusable components. We run these components via REST API. We are processing thousands of asynchronous jobs at once, and we monitor these connected components 24 hours a day. Why we need a framework? It's probably obvious as team is growing and components are becoming more and more universal. So we don't want to create some inconsistencies in products. If we have 3 products and we download the same data again and again for different clients, we want to download data just once and then distribute it to all the storages. The same data, but ending on the different edges of our company. And because not the tasks are not the same, we have to monitor it closely. It's not that the task should take 1 second or 2 seconds. One task takes like milliseconds, and there are tasks that takes like 15 minutes. This is the logical structure of the Bakery.js. We use something called program, and program you set up an API, so it's listening to some planners that are planning jobs to be downloaded. Then there is a flow. Flow inside of the program. Probably see it, which is the code, the framework itself that connects boxes with your business code. We use the name box or component, aka black box. So we don't really care what the box does. You just create your business code, you connect it into flows, and flows can transform data one-to-one or one-to-many. You will write your code base to these small boxes. You can connect it automatically with Bakery.js, and then you can easily watch the monitoring of the performance on each component. So here, for example, we have some quite good behaving component but then suddenly one out of these 100 components got a little bit slower, so we probably have some problem with database or similar things. Also there, you can see this is Kibana dashboard where we log everything from Bakery.js to Elasticsearch, and out of this we can create this kind of dashboards. There in the middle, this line means now, so the jobs before now are finished. The jobs right now are being processed, and some of those are already completed, and these are jobs that being planned. You can see the successes there or errors. There are no errors right now, and we can see split by use case for each user. So right now you can see that we are processing some LinkedIn data, post comments, and we are processing profiles for LinkedIn social network. This is from, I think, it's our back and our future. Next steps, what we would like to implement in Bakery.js is to support streams and observables, or we would like to provide an ability to offload messages to an external queue. You can imagine that if you have one computer working on a task and the database is becoming slower, you don't want to throw out the data, or you don't want to run out of the memory, so you can offload the messages to the queue, and once the database is behaving well, the Bakery.js can continue and processing jobs. We also would like to provide more plugins for tracing and visualizations, and establish some best practices for the component testing. So it's also like unit testing, but in flow, so it means like more integration tests than unit tests. Yes, just to recap this, we built a lightweight Node.js framework. It handles common data processing needs. It can easily be integrated with your existing code because it's just a function. Imagine just Lambda function boxes are some kind of Lambda functions, and the framework does batching, asynchronous call, parallelism, and so on. And we provide this extensible support for monitoring and debugging and tracing.